The Crypto.com performance bonus winner of the night, again, is Isaiah Quinones. He'll receive $10,000 in crypto provided by Crypto.com. This is actually, I think, the second or third crypto bonus that Isaiah has won. I know his first one of 10 grand he kept in the account and is now up to like 35,000. So this is definitely working for him. We also have Fight of the Night, Blackburn Muniz. There he's going to get 10 grand. And then 3 performance bonuses, Pono, Kalani, and Luke.
Can you just give an overall thought of the card? What did you think of it? Any changes you saw that you would want to make for the next one?
I think this was probably the best exciting event that we had so far from top to bottom. Definitely want to get some of the new guys a bit more training. Like the women's fight, I think they would have both benefited from a bit more training before we put them in there for the live card, but they stepped up for it. We were actually just talking about maybe carving out an area of Apex to have a little, slap training center. But, I mean, overall, I think that was probably the most exciting event we had and some of the best matches. I mean, that Blackburn Muniz match, I went backstage, talked to both of them and said, I think when we were building this sport, if I had to paint a picture of what the best possible match could look like as far as a slap fight, that was probably it so far.
There were some trading cards going around in there, and what did you guys think of that? The reception, did you hear any feedback on them?
I haven't talked to them yet, but I know that's a real hot industry right now. That's why we did a deal with them, and I think they're releasing the full set in Q1.
Do you know where we can buy them? Is it just directly through the company?
It'll probably be Leaf and throughout a bunch of other places. I'm not sure yet.
Can you reveal any goals you guys have for Power Slap in 2025?
Yeah, I mean, like continue to build on continue to work on what we're building here, more events. You guys saw tonight that we announced we're going to Saudi January 30th. So part of Riyadh's season, Dumpling, Hawaiian 2, and Vern and Wolverine for the light heavyweight title. So we'll be back in Abu Dhabi next year. We will likely be in Florida next year as well. So we're working on that down in Miami. So that I think is going to be a really fun event. And, continue to build the business. We got 35 sponsors. You saw people activating outside tonight. We had Netflix here with Squid Games 2. So everything is working, and we're excited for 25.
Speaking of Netflix, is it a possibility that Power Slap could be on Netflix at some point?
We're talking to everybody right now. We got everybody knocking at the door from online, digital, TV broadcast, cable, and not just in the United States, but across the world. So I think next year, I think you'll see Power Slap across many other platforms too.
Is there any update on Sheena when she might return, if she's planning on returning?
Yeah, I think she's going to be returning soon. We're talking about getting Sheena involved in Saudi.
Thank you.
Frank over here.
Hey.
So you were talking about how happy you were with Manny and Anthony's match. Could they potentially run it back for a trilogy soon coming up next, or do you want to see them fight other people first?
We'll see. This is one of those things where we go back and figure out what to do. Clearly, I think those two are probably the best in the division right now. Mm-hmm. So might make sense to just give those guys a little bit of time to rest. They obviously hit each other pretty hard tonight, but we'll talk to both of them.
Okay, I could agree with that. But also during their match, it was the only foul that was called when Manny clubbed him and hit his neck. It seemed like they called it fair, and then Anthony kind of was talking to the refs about it, and then the refs actually looked back after it. And normally when strikers try to call things after they make a fair call, they don't look at it again. So what do you think about that?
The strikers are definitely not calling anything. If they looked at it, it's because someone in the commission flagged something.
Okay, and then do you think that maybe in the future that the coaches or the striker could challenge calls or not calls being made?
It's something we looked at, but right now we like the flow of the show. The commission's doing a fantastic job. Our instant replay is effectively like a challenge because they look at it every time. So you're getting really accurate calls up there.
Okay, thank you.
You got it.
Thanks, guys.
Cool. Thanks, guys.